Thanks for watching CSD Solutions. I got another drone mission for you. This is a mapping mission for Callalisa Creek, or kind of a recon mission. And my goal is to see the viability of this route for kayaking. And I was pretty sure that there's a way to get from Callalisa Creek over to the ICW without having to go all the way south into this area. And the best route I've found as of right now is to go through these Mosquito Channels, these drainage channels. And so I flew the drone just to make sure that the route I think is an option is still an option. So took off from Callalisa Creek Park and through all the way through here, and you're going to see in the video how I did this, and came back. It was about a 15-minute flight. There was a little bit of a breeze, so it took a little bit longer than this predicted. This is an updated flight that I'm going to run later. It's not, the video that I'm going to show you is not exactly this route, but basically this route. And I'll have this video from this flight probably in a week or so online. And here's what it looks like in Google Earth. This is the route you'd take if you're in a kayak. This is also a public map posted, so now that I've verified that this is an option with the kayak, this is a 2-mile trip from Callalisa Creek over to Riverside Park. And if you didn't have a drop-off vehicle, like I could put a vehicle over here at Riverside Park and then drive back and start my kayaking from here with the other vehicle. Or you could do a big loop if you just had one vehicle. The big loop is about 3.5 miles. And from this park to this park, this route is about 2. So here's the video. And here you can see we taken off from Callalisa Creek. Nice view out over the intercoastal. Got to get up over these power lines that are here, so it have to get up just a bit over 100 feet, and then I can drop back down to around 50 feet, and then I slowly drop down to about 30 some feet. This is getting into position. So I'm manually adjusting the tilt of the camera. In a later mission, I have the tilt a little better adjusted, so it's autonomous. But yeah, the polarized filter on this camera is doing a pretty good job. I can see into the water pretty well. There's some spots here where maybe we'll be able to see some fish. I've watched it a couple times and I didn't see a whole lot of fish, but at least once or twice there was a fish or two that you could see. There's a kayaker. If you watch closely, I think you might see him wave or something. Maybe he flicked me off. I'm not sure. The second kayaker, keep an eye on him. Yeah, there, right there. I think he flicked me off. I'm not really sure. So this is the main channel of Callalisa Creek, and it's just in a few seconds we're gonna turn down this little cut. It starts these, well, makes its way to the Mosquito Channels. As you can see, this wasn't high tide, but it wasn't low tide either, so it's something in between. Looks like it's incoming. I'm seeing the water pretty well. I don't see any fish. So now you're starting to see some of these mosquito channels, and what they are is they're basically drainage channels, so that this basin area doesn't have a bunch of stagnant water for the mosquitoes to breed in. So a long time ago, apparently, they went and dug all these channels to allow the water to flush in and out, and it helps prevent the mosquitoes from having a place to breed. This is the route you'd take with the kayak, this channel right here. On the next flight I'm going to do in this area, I did a better job of keeping the drone directly over the channel and looking down at the water so we can maybe see some more fish. So here's the first turn in the mosquito channels. So when you look at the map, you'll notice that it heads south for a little while and then it turns west, and this is the turn to the west. This is very shallow, but as long as you take this channel at mid or high tide, it'll be paddleable without any problem with a kayak. I think at some point when I actually kayak this, I'm gonna maybe mark a few of these trees with some orange string or something, so that it's a little easier to navigate without having to break out the cell phone and look where I'm at. Okay, here's the coming up on the next turn when we're going to turn back to the north. And again, the drone didn't do a very good job of staying on the channel, but here it is. It did turn. Good view of the water there, but not seeing any fish. Some birds there, some ducks. I guess the drone spooked them a bit. There's a little deep hole right there. There's probably fish down in that little hole. Okay, now we've finally made it back over to the part that connects up with the intercoastal. If you're in a kayak and you were to head to the left, you'd only have a short paddle and you'd make it back out to the ICW. And that route's very straightforward. Can't really get lost. So I went ahead and turned the drone around. It was getting just on the edge of my line of sight range, so I had to turn it around and head back. I definitely wouldn't do this anytime near sunset. I'm sure it's buggy as all hell. I have a feeling that there's probably some areas right through here. Maybe you could get through. You might have to walk the kayak a little bit, but if you wanted even shorter route through this little marsh area, there might be a trail or something, maybe even just a game trail or something you could drag the kayak through. I looked on Google Earth and it looked like you probably would be walking the kayak maybe 100 yards at the most, maybe less. I'm going to fly through there on that second mission and see if I can identify a water route through there, or at least an opening through the mangroves. So from here, we're just making our way back to the starting point. And drone's moving kind of slow. I had a pretty decent headwind from the northeast. It's about 10. There's some gusts up to 12, maybe 14 miles an hour. So the drone really couldn't move as fast as it would have without a wind. Also, I think on the next mission, I'm going to stay a little bit lower on the way back, just so I can stay up out of the stronger winds. As you get up higher, the winds always get stronger. Well, thanks for watching, and hope you enjoyed this video.